everybody. Well, I am hauling butt up the Autobahn 8, A8, headed on my, actually on my way to Wiesbaden, but the first stop is Karlsruhe. Going out on a investigation, basically of an urban Bigfoot, and not just one, obviously an entire clan, at least one clan. That's in the city center of Wiesbaden, which is if you look it up on Google Earth, you can see it's a pretty darn good sized city. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the highway because I'm running at like 140 right now. And traffic's kind of heavy. Feels like NASCAR. Anyway, so we've got a very large city near a main river that has a very, very tiny little creek bed that runs off of that, off the big river and goes up into the city center where they have a nature park. So for Germans, going out, getting away from the city and getting out into nature and going for their walk, always on the trails though, they never go off-road. Oh, slow down, folks. Holy pajamas. All right. So there's this really very large nature park right in the city center. And there's a lady up there, a member of a very tiny little brand new squatching group, who started recognizing that there was just a couple of structures up there. She started paying attention and going off trail, which is, like I said, something the Germans never do, but she did. And the more time that she took, the more energy she focused towards photographing these structures, suddenly the more structures that actually got built. So now stretching from almost like one side of this nature park all the way across to the other side, she says there's like structures in a big line. Another thing that happened was that there's a couple of places, she calls it her gifting area, but she doesn't actually gift. What they've been doing, and I say they, her and the creatures, whichever ones they are, have been laying out like sticks and rocks and such in a certain pattern, and she goes out there every day to take her extremely elderly mother for a walk. Mom's like in her 80s, pretty sick, I guess, but still out there hiking the paths. So she goes out every single day, and every time she does, she notices that the rocks or sticks or both or pine cones, whatever it is that's set up on the day, has been like rearranged, moved around and changed. So she's taking photographs of that, rearranging it into different patterns, maybe taking something away from it or adding something new to it, and then comes back the next day and sure enough it's been changed again. So she's asked me to come up there and take a look at what she has, what's been going on, and so that's what I'm doing. It's about 2 hours north of me, so it's a pretty decent drive in a Mini Cooper. Yep, back to 140. Here we go. Yeah, a couple hours drive north. So I brought my big camera today with the good mics and everything, so that instead of just using my cell phone, we'll be able to hopefully get some really good quality 1080 HD type stuff. So that is what's going on. There will be, once I shoot it tomorrow, I'll probably feel like crap, especially if I get zapped while I'm up there. So give me a couple of days and I'll get it up on the channel. Maybe today's Thursday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, the video should be up. We're going out actually to that spot, and I guess she has a couple of more spots up there, or she has like the same thing going on. So I may separate them and get them into 2 or 3 different videos of what's going on. It all depends on what I see when I get up there. one long video or a whole buttload of little tiny ones. I don't know. We'll see. So what are we? We're at about 5 minutes right now. Yeah, I guess I'll probably shut it down because holy crap, traffic's coming to a stop. God, I hate it when they do that. Stau, they call it. A stau is a traffic jam. And usually they happen just as you come over the top of a hill. All of a sudden, you go from 140 or 160 to like 10. It sucks. Hope you have good brakes. So anyway, that's what's going on here. It's kind of crappy weather. It's supposed to be nice and sunny, at least up there. It's never nice and sunny around Stuttgart. For some reason, it's like we attract all the rain and humidity and thunderstorms. But hopefully, when we get there, we should have lots of nice, pretty sunny weather. And the most of the leaves and everything are in on the trees now. So. Oh, here's something else. I just bought it's a thermal camera. It's not a FLIR brand. It's from a company called Seek, S-E-E-K, Seek, like as in looking for. Seek Reveal Extended Range Fast Frame. So it has a pretty high frame rate, refresh rate for the camera. So it focuses very, very good. Extended range, I think it's like out to 500 meters, 900 and something, 950 feet, something like that. Actually, it's further than that, 1,100 feet, I think. So basically, like 5 or 6 football fields long. Lots of different color filters and everything, and most importantly, and this is one of the things that's it's very difficult to find with a FLIR brand, is to actually have an SD card where it will record onto an SD card. Most of the almost affordable FLIR, like FLIR Scouts 1, 2, and 3, none of those actually have an SD card where you can record your pictures and video and such. So it's kind of defeats the purpose to have to carry a separate DVR or some kind of something with a cable connected to it in order to get decent pictures. So at least over here, the first level, the lowest level FLIR that you can buy that actually has an SD card is the Scion models. And they are like 2,000 euros, somewhere right around 2,200 euros. Whereas the Reveal, it's extremely good. I shot some test footage out my window the other night while it was raining even. And at about 300 meters, like 310 yards, I could actually see a cat chasing something in the grass, probably a mouse, who knows. But I was able to see that through the rain at like 1,000 meters or 300 meters. It is able to shoot day or night, adjustable screen, very fast refresh rate for 299 euros, which is about $320 right now, what the exchange rate is. Amazon.com carries them. So you can, if you're interested in one of those, you can pick them up there. No, I'm not a affiliate or anything. I'm not sponsored by them. But I know most of us, or many of us, would like to have some kind of a thermal camera. Forward-looking infrared, but not FLIR brand, because they're just too damn expensive. I think when I was looking at Amazon.com, usually what I'll do is if I'm looking on Amazon.de, which is the German version, especially if they get into really heavy technical terms, I have a hard time reading that. So I'll go to Amazon.com, look at the same item in English, and therefore I'm able to get the specs and such. So that's how I usually do it. But I think they were like, for this particular one, the XRFF with a 15 hertz refresh rate. It was in the mid $300 range. Comes with the micro SD card already ready. Has a flashlight on it that goes up to 300 lumens, which is, you know, kind of cool if you're out there at night. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now Leupold makes one called the LTO. They got one that looks kind of like a short rifle scope. And oh boy, holy crap! Slow down, everybody. Gee, Merry Christmas! God, I hate it when that happens. That was close. Almost ate an Audi. Audi tastes good. The LTO, the one that's round that looks like a rifle scope, is pretty badass little unit. And in the U.S., that's like 300 bucks. Over here, that same exact unit is like 1,200 euros. So obviously, it's a good one. But Seek, that's the main company name. Seek recently bought out Leupold, and so many of the specs for the Leupold LTOs and the Seek reveals are identical. Leupold now also has one that looks exactly like the Seek reveal. So I wonder where they came up with that one. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I would, if you're in the market for a thermal camera, I would definitely recommend looking into those. There are several models that they make that are pretty much used for like the construction industry or the repair industry, so that it looks, you know, looks for hot wires or hot pieces of equipment where there might be a failure or something. So pay very, very close attention to the distance that it will look, you know, how far out it will actually look. So that's one thing, just to make sure that you get the right one, you know, one for what we do instead of something that like a millwright or an electronics technician might use for being able to find problems within machinery. So that's number one. Make sure you get the right one. The other thing that you really need to look at is the hertz. What is the refresh rate? So with most of them out there, including FLIR, there's like 3 levels for the civilian market. There's a 9 hertz, which is basically the entry level camera. Will it work? Yes. Will it work well? Not really. When you're looking at something and then you have to like scan over to the side, you know, for however far. If you've only got a 9 hertz refresh rate, it's gonna miss a whole bunch of stuff. It has a hard time tracking the heat that's in front of it. The 15 hertz does a really, really good job of tracking. But for the most excellent one for the civilian market, oh crap, we're gonna have another stow up here because my lane is ending. The 30 hertz is just, you know, for the Seek Reveal version, it's just under about twice the price of the 15 hertz. But not only does it track better, it also reaches out and looks a lot further. It'll go up to 750 meters. So like 8.5 football field length. Good Lord, what the hell? Well, there went my camera all over the floor, just tumbling. It was great. 5,000 euros worth of equipment just hit the floor. Anyway, the 30 hertz tracks extremely seamless, and it reaches way out there. So if you're willing to spend a few extra bucks for the really good one, that's pretty nice. So Seek Reveal XR, which means extended range, and FF, which is fast frame. So it's got the faster frame rate. And it will actually have like a little FF logo up in the the front left corner of the device. So you'll be able to, you know, for a quick look at it, you'll be able to see, well, is this a fast frame? And if it is, what is the frame, the hertz? That's what you're looking for. 9, 15, or 30. You're looking for a minimum of the 15 hertz. So anyway, that's what's going on here. I will be using that in the field today, especially if, you know, as we're looking at the structures. Quite often they're very, very nearby, hiding and peeking around corners and such to see, you know, to watch what we're doing. So while I'm shooting pictures with the camera that I hope still works after it hit the floor like that, she's going to be using the FLIR. And if we see something, you know, something peeking around a corner, you guys know me. You've seen me in the field if you've watched my videos. I'll walk right up to it, or try to. You know, most of the time they take off running before I can get there, but I will definitely give it a shot. And then any FLIR footage that I get will also go up into the video, mixed, edited, and cut in, and all that good stuff. I hate doing that. God, I hate editing. I would prefer just to hit go and then just, you know, just load them up as they are. But you know, of course, every now and then I'll say something really stupid that just needs to be cut out, because honestly I'm not as smart as I sound on video. Heavy editing at hand there. But yeah, I'll be cutting in FLIR footage into it, and then probably what I will do is maybe just load as a separate video all of the FLIR footage, just as like one straight video, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like, and actually how good the camera works. So we'll see. It works really awesome from my third floor apartment window all the way across out to the main street. So we shall we'll see how it does in actual field conditions. So that's what's going on here, and I'll let you guys get back to whatever it is that you're doing, so I can pay attention and not like kill myself, because then I'll never make it to the field. So take care, y'all. Out from, I don't know, where the hell am I? Pforzheim? I don't think I'm at Karlsruhe yet. Yeah, I'm in Pforzheim. So out from Pforzheim. Maybe I'll say hi again before I just get into Wiesbaden. Or if I see something like, you know, really pretty along the road, then I will shoot some of that and let you guys see what Germany looks like. Except for you Germans who watch the channel, because of course you already know what it looks like here. So out and out from here. See y'all.